In order to learn math, it helps to do the math, so I recommend that as I'm doing this, that you pause the video and try the next step before I work it out. And then when you're done, you can check your work against what I've done. So this topic says solving a linear equation with several occurrences of the variables on both sides, and fractional coefficients. And so you can see what we have here is we have some fractions. And so we're solving this equation with fractional coefficients and fractions in general. The easiest thing to do when confronted with fractions like this is to just clear the fractions altogether. Multiply through by the LCD. Now the lowest common denominator, the LCD, it can be found by multiplying the denominators. In this case, there are no common factors in the denominators, so all we have to do is multiply the unique denominators. So we have here the LCD is going to be 3 times 5. I don't need the other 5 because I already have one 5. And so this term, this number, this 15, every denominator is a factor of 15. So 15 is a common denominator and is in fact the least common denominator. It's not strictly necessary that you find the least common denominator, but it helps. If you find a common denominator that is not the least common denominator, then that just means that you're going to have to simplify later. In later problems where these denominators are rational expressions and not just fractions, it's going to be a whole lot easier if you find the least common denominator, but we'll do those when we come to it. Alright, now that we have the least common denominator, we're going to multiply through by 15 in order to clear the fraction. So go ahead and try this, and I'm going to go do this right now. So I have to remember to do it on both sides. So I multiply this by 15, and I multiply this by 15. So I'm going to distribute the 15 through, so that's 15 times negative 2/3 u plus 15 times 2/5 equals 15 times negative 6/5 u minus 15 times 5. I distributed the 15 through. 15 times this, 15 times this. I distributed my 15 through. Now, you'll notice because 15 is a common denominator that the denominator in each expression is going to be able to cancel out with a 15. So this 3 and 15 cancel out. I get a 5. 5 times negative 2u is going to give me negative 10u. This 5 will cancel out with the 15, give me a 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 5 and 15, that cancels, will give me a 3. 3 times negative 6u is negative 18u. And 5 and 15 is 75. Alright. So now this is a simple equation. We should be able to solve this without a problem. So I'm going to move my u I'm going to move all my variables to one side, all my constants to the other side. I'm going to get 8u because I added 18u here. I added 18u here. 18u. And I'm going to get negative 81 because I'm going to subtract 6 here. I'm going to subtract 6 here. And so that gives me u equals negative 81 over 8. And that is the solution.